Hi, my name is Jason Quiroga, and this is my TED Talk about Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird the novel versus the Hollywood movie To Kill a Mockingbird. While I was doing research, I came across an interview with Gregory Peck, who is the actor who plays Atticus Finch in the movie, and he was talking about how Harper Lee was on the set of the movie while they were filming it, and how it was her first time on a movie set. And they had Gregory Peck had just finished filming the scene with Miss Dubois and the kids, and he noticed in the middle of filming the scene that Harper Lee started crying. So after they finished filming the scene, Gregory Peck was thinking that his acting had been so amazing and that making her book a movie had been so amazing an experience that she started crying about it. So he went up to her and asked her if he saw glistening on her cheek, and she said, "Yes, with that pot belly on, you remind me so much of my father." I think at the time that Gregory Peck was used to being a leading man, and for this movie they had to make him look like a father figure and an attorney, so they had to put a pot belly on him. And this wasn't the answer that he was expecting from Harper Lee. So now I'll give you my opinion on how the movie compares to the book. After having read the book and seen the movie manages to convey the message of the book with a different focus while cutting corners to save time. I believe that the movie concentrates less on Scout's experiences in Maycomb during the entire book, and more on human behavior concerning Tom Robinson and especially Boo Radley. Both characters are outcasts in the county, and they're seen as weird or strange. Tom Robinson is discriminated against because he's black, and Boo Radley is seen as strange or weird because he has mental problems. In the court case between Tom Robinson and Mr. Ewell, it's very obvious that Tom Robinson was innocent, provided all the evidence he gave, compared to the story that the Ewells gave. And he still loses, showing the discrimination against him. And another example of Tom Robinson's discrimination is that after the court case, even though the Ewells won, Atticus is greatly hated upon because he was trying so hard to do what was correct and defend Tom Robinson, no matter his race. Boo Radley is seen as an outcast because he is not on the same mental level as everyone else, and he's usually cooped up inside his house, and everyone thinks it's so strange that he never comes out and he never does anything with anyone else, and no one ever sees him. So he's kind of seen as very strange. Scout says that exposing Boo as the killer, well, as the one who defended Scout and Jem when Mr. Ewell attacked them on the way home from the pageant, she says that to expose Boo is like killing a mockingbird, which is a sin, as Atticus explained earlier in the movie and in the book. To kill a mockingbird is a sin because a mockingbird does nothing to the people but sing and be merry. And it's not like other birds that can come in and destroy crops. A mockingbird does nothing to harm people. As is similar to Boo Radley, because all he does is not hurt anyone, or he doesn't do anything to hurt anyone or to be mean to anyone. He's usually just inside. But he does do nice things. Like in the movie and the book, he gives both Jem and Scout a bunch of little presents in the tree hole of the house. And in the book, not in the movie, he does cover them when they were outside with the scene with Miss Maudie's house was on fire. About cutting corners, there were many scenes in the book that were left out of the movie. Many of the scenes were mostly about Scout's experiences, which was not the central idea of the movie, but I believe one of them was. There was an important scene about Boo that I believe should have been kept in the movie. That is a scene with Miss Maudie's house when it caught fire. During that scene, Miss Maudie's house catches on fire, and Miss Maudie is the neighbor that lives across the street from Atticus and Jem and Scout. And when her house catches on fire, all the neighbors are outside gazing at the fire, and it's cold out. And when Scout is standing there, she notices that she suddenly has a blanket, and she doesn't know where this blanket came from. And she learns that it came from Boo. I believe this is an important scene because it shows another example of Boo's kindness and how Boo is so innocent and so sweet, and why exposing him when he defended Jem and Scout from Mr. Ewell would be like killing a mockingbird. In the end, I found this to be a very enjoyable assignment because I got to sit down and watch the movie with my family, and even my younger brother, who hates classic movies, was intrigued by how the Tom Robinson case would turn out, or who was in the Radley house. Was it a monster, or was it a person? What was it? And in the end, I believe that the movie did do justice to the book by being able to explain the human behavior that happens in the book, that happens in the county, the human behavior that contrasts in between the fun adventures that the kids have during their summer and the horrible atrocities that the people can commit in the county just because someone is different or just because someone is an outcast. So the movie does do a very good job of that. Thank you and have a nice day.